Back in the Jags Den with Spain Park head coach Will Smith. Spain Park started off 2-0 in area play. Coach, talk a little bit about how you and the team feel today after starting off 2-0.
We're super excited, but we know that we got a lot of work ahead of us as well.
So, Coach, talk a little bit about what you saw from your team coming into area play. They looked like they came in very confident, very relaxed. And you're taking it seriously, but knowing, treating it almost like it was just any other game.
Well, obviously, the season itself, we've had a really good season, but leading into area play, we lose a very tough game to Auburn where we lose 5-4, and we have the bases loaded with nobody out in the sixth and the seventh, come away with a run. And in so many ways, you look at it, and it possibly could have been a blessing that it happened that way because we were on a roll and playing well. And you never want to get comfortable, and it's not like just things just happen. You got to make them happen, and so that with that being the last game of spring break and the last game before we started area play, it could have gone one of two ways. And I thought our plan and our approach and just the way that we were going to pitch Oak Mountain, the way that we were going to our approaches at the plate. I thought we had a good plan going into it. We knew that Heiberger's one of the best in the state, if not in probably the country. To score and make him work for things there early on, I thought that was big for us.
So you get, both teams were fortunate to score some runs on Tuesday from some errors. You got them some early and took advantage of them and definitely leaned on them. And then Oak Mountain scored tied up the game on an error. But it never seemed like your guys wavered. Did you feel that? It just felt like they came back in. We're going to get them back and win this game.
No, I did. I thought that the run that we got in the first and our first three runs were completely earned. We had Tobias had a hit with Evan at third base there in the first inning, and we even had opportunity. We had second and third, 2 outs, and hit a line drive to the right fielder to end the first. It felt like that every inning that we went out there, we made him work. We had him up to close to 80 pitches through 4 innings. And really had him on the ropes, and he was the competitor that he is. He was able to stay in there and maintain it and get through 6 innings. But yeah, we helped him a little bit in the fifth. We're up 3-0. We misplay a ground ball, and that leads to a run, and then of course the 2 and the 6 were both unearned as well. So the 3 runs they scored were unearned. And then we had some opportunities there in the seventh.
Coach, what can you say about Cole Edwards? Started off a little slow, 0-2 for the night, but was really an integral part of getting things going back in that game when you had to get back into it after you lost the lead, and was a big part of that.
Yeah, it had to help his confidence. He was able to take a fastball and hit it the other way and get it out down the right field line, which was a big swing for us that night to put us up to 3-0. And then after they scored the 2 runs in the 6th, we have the top of the order up. We make an out. Evan hits a line drive or a hard, deep fly ball to left field, and then Cole kind of starts the rally, gets on, steals second, dirt ball to third, and then he scores the winning run, or what ended up being the winning run, the 4th run, with the drawn-in infield, and we were able to add one insurance run on top of that. And I think that led to, his night last night. He hammered the ball. It seemed like every swing he took, he centered it. The ball he hit to left center field to start the first RBI of the game was a big hit, and then he hit a double down the left field line, and then the home run that he hit right down the left field line, just right at the foul pole was one of the harder balls I've seen him hit. Never got above the foul pole. I was the only thing I was worried about was the umpire going to have enough time to get up and find where the ball was to be determined whether it was fair or foul. But Yeah, I mean he was great for us, but it's a collective effort. Having a good at bat is so much more than than just getting a hit. We were able to wear on the guy, and the start Heiberger on Tuesday night and the guys they threw last night. There was nothing easy. We didn't want to make anything easy for them. So every out that they get, was 7 pitches, 8 pitches, 9 pitches. The running game took its toll. We were able to do some things on the bases that probably I was telling Coach Spencer a while ago, probably took their attention off of it and focus off the hitter because they were worried about base runners, and we were able to get ahead in counts, and there's so many little things like that we were able to do and do well, and you know playing the same team in probably less than 24-hour span. That's why Tuesday night was so big. I could tell that they were a little bit down when they came in here yesterday, and obviously we had an opportunity early, and we capitalized, and we had 2-out hit after 2-out hit. And man, we really played good defense yesterday. Aiden Burke in particular, John Robert makes a diving catch, and then makes a catch over his shoulder in center field. We throw out a runner in one of the innings to end the inning. We played really good defense, and I thought that was big because CJ was just okay early, but I think that allowed him to kind of settle down and get in a groove, and we were able to tack on runs. And any area game's big. It's huge.
CJ Gross, been a great player for the Jags all year. Starts off obviously with little nerves last night, but coaching staff never seemed to waver. You guys all very calm, cool, collected in there, all doing your own thing. It just seems to be one of the things about this team and this staff is you guys all seem to be almost in each other's head and almost know what each other are thinking, and the staff is just always seems to be on the same page and so cohesive. Is that the case?
Yeah, I mean we've been together for almost 13 years now. So I think that cohesiveness and the time that we've spent together, we can fill out when hey, I need to pick this kid up, he's down, or hey, I need to get on him, and then it's not scripted or any type of thing like that. It's just by the moment, and you have to approach kids and coach kids differently. Coach Dunn does a great job with CJ. CJ's a different bird. I mean, but he's very much a central part of this team. And like I said, after the second inning, I really felt like he calmed down and settled down, and he was really good after that.
Base running. This team seems to be very fundamentally sound on the base pass. What does that do to you as a coach with the chances you can take, the calls that you can make? It seems just like knowing that and having that confidence in your runners on the base path, it just seems to open up a lot more doors and avenues for you on the offensive side of the ball.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's I think that's a very important part of our offensive plan. We've got some athleticism. We got some guys in the lineup that can run and put pressure and those things. And whereas you don't have a team where you make a ton of outs at the plate and every out on the so as well as we've been, I guess, having at bats and those things and swinging it, it makes you a little bit more free to make those type of decisions and gamble a little bit more on the bases. And we were able to do that, whether it be a dirt ball read, a first movement. We had 2 or 3 opportunities on Tuesday night that we stole third base that put us in scoring position or an easy RBI situation. And that's just the type of team we've got to be. And when you face a guy like Heiberger, you've got to take those chances. I mean, the percentage that you're going to have, 2 or 3 or 4 hits in an inning are just not realistic. So you have to take gambles, and you have to do those things that allow your team to have opportunities to score runs. And I thought that pressure, I thought it affected them, especially last night.
So often, as we've talked this year, we've talked about the little things. The guy stealing, Clay Spencer makes a great throw, but the runner got a great jump. By all accounts, he's there initially, but Aiden Burke keeps the tag on him all the way through the slide. Guy pops up off the base just a little bit. Umpire's right there, makes the call, gets the out. you don't do the little things there, you don't get that out, and sometimes that can mean the difference between the ball game. Is that something that you're noticing that your team's really bought into this year? Is the little things?
Yeah, I mean, it's playing defense is infectious, just like good at bats, and that's the thing. The first play of the game last night, Aiden Burke had to come and get a ball that was up the middle, was a short hop, and made a great play. And I really felt like that set the tone for us defensively. I mentioned this earlier. John Robert has a diving catch in center field, and they hit one that was over his head, and he went back and caught it over his shoulder. And we had a lot of those. Evan on Tuesday night had several good plays. One that was down the line, then he had to backhand and make a throw to first base. So those are things that make it fun and make it a little bit easier of a game when you start to make routine and not only make routine plays but make great plays.
So you got two of your veterans, two senior leaders, Cole Edwards at first base. Evan Smallwood has made the transition over to third base, anchoring the corners of your infield. As a coach, you got to feel good about having that leadership out there in the infield. But can you talk a little bit about the transition that Evan Smallwood has made to third base this year, as well as what that's meant to the team defensively?
Yeah, no, he's been great there, and he played third base for us as a sophomore. And really played a great third base that year. So I feel like that he feels more comfortable over there, and he's done a great job, both he and Cole in the corners.
So we're back here Tuesday night at Spain Park against Hewitt-Trussville. Always a tough opponent for the Jaguars in round 2 of area play. Obviously, whenever the students out to pack the park, pack the porch. But talk a little bit about what you expect in this next matchup, round 2 matchup against Hewitt-Trussville.
No, definitely. The first thing that stands out for them is just their lineup. They'll have a sophomore left fielder that's committed to Tennessee, a center fielder that's committed to Ole Miss, a junior, the right fielder being a 3-year starter that's a junior college signee. Another one in the infield at second base is a JUCO kid that's been playing for 3 years. So from a lineup standpoint, I think that we'll have our hands full with it for sure. But not only do we got to pitch and play well and defend it well, I feel like we got to continue the approaches that we have, and from an offensive standpoint. But we play really well when we play with a sense of urgency, and that's the thing that we're going to try to impress on these guys over the next couple of days. Like, hey, if we go out there and lay an egg on Tuesday, all this work this week has gone to waste. We've got to continue to play with that sense of urgency. Every win matters. You continue right now. We're fortunate enough that we've got 2 on everybody. Everybody else has got 1 win. So we got to continue, to distance ourselves and by playing good baseball. We can't just show. If we show up, we'll lose Tuesday night. If we take that mentality, so we've got to take on the same type of sense of urgency that we took on this week.
Great points, Coach, because you put yourself in a position where you control your own destiny by starting off with 2 wins, but that only matters if you take care of business going forward. So anything you want to add before we wrap it up here today on the Jags Den?
No, just excited about this week, looking forward to next week. A great opponent, Tuesday, and then, of course, we got prom on Thursday night, which we're hoping it's not much of a distraction, and then a big game on Friday. And so all of them from this point forward, are very important.
Thanks for joining us. Good luck Tuesday night, and go Jags. So, Evan, got to start with the elephant in the room. I guess would be no shock to anybody to start off area play with a hit by pitch.
Yeah, I'm not shocked.
Have you gone around of all these years? Have you just upset somebody that they're all aiming at you? Because it doesn't look like you're crowding the plate too much. I guess you just luck of the draw.
It really is. This past summer ball, I got hit a bunch too. So I don't know what the deal is, but I'll take it. I'll take it. Get on base any way I can.
There you go. Well, one of the reasons I want to talk to you guys today is, every team that seems to be in Birmingham early in the season didn't want anybody at shortstop. Shortstop was was cursed. And then and you guys have rotated around a little bit, and you seem like you've settled in as a veteran third baseman, like you've been playing there for 10 years, and Aiden's really kind of come on and got some confidence in shortstop. Now, if you guys kind of work together to get that confidence and kind of lock that down, and if so, what did you guys do to kind of help each other through that?
We've just been working every day. We do some little drills on our own, like before and after practice. We want to be the best players we can be for this team, and it's picked up very well. So I'm very pleased with our play.
Yeah, just being comfortable out there. Don't be thinking too much. That's really all it is.
And you seem to have had a barrage of slow rollers that you've had to make come in running in and make the throw on the run. Are you going to be able to throw one setting your feet when you have to? Because I don't think I've seen you throw one set from shortstop. They've all been on the run lately.
Yeah, I'll be good. Slow rollers, sometimes they'll get you, but so far we're doing good.
So we talked a little bit to Coach Smith about the importance of doing the little things right, especially this time of year. Runner gets a good jump last night, coming in hard. Clay makes a nice throw. It's going to be a close play. You get a great tag on him, but you hold it all the way through the tag like you're taught. He comes up off the base just a little bit, and you get the out. I mean, did you realize how big of a play, how big those plays can be, especially an area play like this?
Yeah, every out's very important, so take any out you can get.
There you go. So, seems to be some great communication from the two of you, and you guys have not really played much together as far as on Spain Park. I think you guys have played some summer together. But, again, some balls down the line, some pop flies, especially before this week, and some tough ones in the win last week. And you guys really seem to be helping each other communicate. And you guys just feel – it looks like it feels really natural to you guys out there. Does it feel as natural as it looks?
Yeah, it does. Something just – I don't know. We just have a bond.
Yeah, we're just always thinking the same thing, always on the same page. We know where the other one's going to be at all times, so it's been nice.
So you got Trussville coming up. What you looking forward to in that series?
I mean, it's a good program. They're always going to be tough. We got to play well. We got to play well defensively. Got to play clean, and hopefully we can win those 2 games.
Aiden?
Yeah, just play the same way we've been playing, just like we just played at Mountain, same exact way.
I talked, last year, and we talked a little bit with John Robert. He mentioned that this weekend it just didn't feel like you guys were clicking on all cylinders last year in area play. But, this year you guys have seemed to have come in really confident, and I don't want to say relaxed because I know you're taking it seriously. But, in years past, and you have a great season, and everybody area. We got 6 games, and everybody tries to almost put too much pressure on it. How have you guys kind of focused a little bit harder because of it is a playoff, but kept that pressure out of the situation?
Yeah, really just playing every game like we were playing at the end of the regular season, just like it's a normal game.
Yeah, it was like he said, just treat it like a normal game. Nothing's too big. Just take a deep breath and just be glad you're out there with your boys playing the game that you want to play.
So I got some highlights that we're going to include with this portion of it, but one of the ones I had to put in there for you. I don't know how far you slid down the pass home plate last night for the first run, and then were you hurt because you laid there for a second, or were you just shocked that you scored?
No. I was tired running from first to home. I was tired after Cole's big hit. So.
Yes. And then on top of that, fortunately, I don't think you had to run too far when he hit the one over the fence, did you?
I don't know how that ball got out. I was rounding second thinking I was going to score home, and then it just went over. I was like, wow, he mashed that ball.
And I'm not sure he thought it was going to get out either because I think he was going hard, and if you slowed down too much, he was going to pass you.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, you guys are playing great. You make sure you get to church again this week, Aiden. I know you said you missed church on Sunday morning, and I said, well, if you've been going every week and it's been helping, you need to go, and I know you did. So
Oh yeah,
make
4:30
sure
every Sunday.